It's 3 a.m. The blue light is burning your retinas. You know you need to sleep. You know you have a deadline. But your thumb just keeps scrolling. It's a paralysis. The tears feel random, triggered by a commercial or a dropped spoon. The smallest task, like replying to a single email or washing a dish, feels like climbing Everest without oxygen. You aren't just tired. You are cooked. You have hit the wall, and the wall won. This is the menty bee. The complete system failure where your brain decides it is no longer safe to be productive, so it pulls the emergency brake while you're going 80 miles an hour. It feels like shame. It feels like you're broken, but you aren't. We need to shift the narrative immediately. This is not a character flaw, this is biology. Specifically, this is a concept called allostatic load. Think of your nervous system like a bank account. Every time you push through a deadline, suppress an emotion, or doom scroll bad news, you are making a withdrawal. That is allostatic load, the wear and tear on the body which accumulates as you are exposed to repeated stress. What you are feeling right now isn't weakness, it is bankruptcy. Your biological budget for stress is in the red. You cannot hustle your way out of debt when you have no capital. You don't need motivation right now, you need a deposit. You need to stop spending energy you do not have and start balancing the ledger. To get out of the red, we are going to use a 3-step protocol. This isn't about fixing your whole life. It is about surviving the next 48 hours. Step 1 is the quick win, the physiological sigh. When you are in a breakdown, your amygdala, the panic alarm in your brain, is stuck in the on position. You cannot think your way out of anxiety because your logic center is offline. You have to use the hardware to fix the software. We use the physiological sigh. It's a mechanism discovered by Stanford neurobiologists to hack the vagus nerve. It looks like this. You take a double inhale through the nose. A long breath followed immediately by a short, sharp inhale to pop the air sacs in your lungs open. Then you exhale through the mouth as slowly as possible. Do this 3 times. It physically forces your heart rate to slow down. It tells your body, we are safe now. Do it. Right now. Step 2 is the deep system, the bare minimum list. If you have a broken leg, you don't try to run a marathon, you rest. Yet, when our brains break, we try to force them to study or work. Stop it. For the next 48 hours, you are enacting the bare minimum protocol. You're going to write down a to-do list, and then you're going to cross out everything that isn't essential for biological survival. Hygiene, food, sleep, that is it. The essay, it can wait. The social event, cancel it. The gym, skip it. You need to create a vacuum of responsibility. You are giving yourself radical permission to be unproductive so that you can repair. If you don't take this rest voluntarily, your body will take it involuntarily, and it will last much longer. Step 3 is lifestyle integration. Progressive overload. In the gym, after an injury, you don't go back to your max weight immediately. You start with the empty bar. This is progressive overload for the mind. After your 48-hour reset, do not try to fix everything at once. Pick one small stressor, answer 3 emails, clean one corner of the room, then stop. See how the system holds up. If you feel the static returning, you back off. You are slowly reintroducing weight to the bar, rebuilding your tolerance without snapping the tendon again. The goal here isn't to bounce back to who you were before. The person you were before is the one who burned out. The goal is to bounce forward. When you come out of this, you will have a new respect for your own boundaries. You will know what too much feels like before it becomes a disaster. You aren't broken. You're just recalibrating. Be patient with yourself. You are doing the heavy lifting of being human. If you have a friend who is currently cooked, send this to them. They probably need to hear that it's okay to stop. And if you're ready to take that next step in rebuilding your mental engine, check out this video on the mindset shift that prevents this from happening again. I'll see you there.